Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's starting to feel like Wednesday again. Ooh. How y'all feeling today? Attitude Era Podcast. We are live. It is the Wednesday Night Wars. We have a little treat for you. Let's get into some intros. First off, next to me, the guy this way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know which way he is for y'all, but that's your favorite wrestler's favorite podcaster. If you got a favorite wrestler and you ain't got a picture with Gamaj, I promise you, he's not as famous as you think he is. Just being honest. You know what I'm saying? In that far. You can't tell this. Most loved, most hated, and probably the tallest one on this podcast.
Taller than me, that's for sure.
The greatest heel in podcast wrestling today. You know what I'm saying? He has spoken. And maybe y'all haven't seen him. Maybe you have. He's been here a couple of times. We have the reckless one all the way from Pro Wrestling 225. We have D-Rec TV.
We gotta give D-Rec a name. I like the genius because he's a genius when it comes to this wrestling, man. But I always step in at this point because I get the hot tag and I gotta bring my man in because he is the undisputed podcast champion of the world, King HP. This is the Wednesday Night Wars Attitude Era Vibecast because they got podcasts. We got a Vibecast because it's a vibe and we got the best chat on the internet. So shout out to the chat. Hope this week has been good to you and good for you. HP, Gamaj, D-Rec, the doors to the church are now open.
Oh, yeah.
I have some questions for y'all. I hope it's been a good week, but I've been seeing a lot of. If you've ever tuned into the Hall Prees universe, you see a lot of shorts, a few shorts talking about time and ages, and my brain reflects. I have some questions about wrestling's past. Some good old. Where did the timelines begin? Because if you watch Marvel, you know about timelines and how these timelines. And people say this is the attitude era, this is the golden. What era are we in now?
Like they would know. Yeah.
So I want to know if someone can set me straight. Help me to understand.
I'll help. I can help you out.
The warmonger of the wrestling ring, the aspirer of knowledge, the keeper of all the game consoles.
He is the genius. He is the game genie.
I am the game. I am Captain N. I am the game master. I am Captain D, the game master.
Vinny, what up? Mike, what up?
What's going on, y'all?
Can someone help me now? Let's start with present day, right?
Oh, right man. Now, shout out to Mike, man. It's good to see you, brother. We're gonna get into the show, but I wouldn't be me if I didn't say this.
See?
Bang, bang, Niner gang.
Trying to hold. I'm just
the whole camera. Messing up his camera, man.
No, that's what's up. I see some of the NFL teams getting love here. Some of our teams are fortunate enough to make the playoffs, but that's okay.
It's all gravy. But yeah, errors, man. We're gonna define some errors.
Fuck out here. Oh man.
I may be from New Orleans. I may be in New Orleans, Louisiana, but I'm not a Saints fan.
So.
Oh my god. Archie, the most loved, the most hated, the greatest heel in podcast wrestling, the Archie Carter has already started off. Oh my god. But yeah, I had to ask this question because Archie has said this a few times on the podcast, and I think for me it's starting to settle in. We're not in, this ain't your childhood wrestling. This ain't what it ain't. It's entertainment. It really isn't wrestling. Wrestling is like fifth or sixth on the priority list, and it's really starting to sink in. So I'm kind of, maybe if I can, what I'm saying, like what is this era? I've seen jokes, the Ruthless Depression.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. As far as WWE goes, that would definitely be very appropriate. A Ruthless Depression.
Depression is crazy.
Let me ask
my homie.
if you can define this era, then I have some questions because when did it start, and did it end with WrestleMania 40? And this is something new. I'm saying because if you do, I do think there's a distinct. Let's just get into that first part. Is this era is going back to COVID? Are we in the modern period? Or no. Hey, HP, there's something post-COVID. It starts post-COVID. This new era we're in is post-COVID. It's like 2023 or WrestleMania 40, and now we're in something that we've never seen before.
I know it definitely happened around probably whenever Cody came back. I'd say that's when it kind of started, but then it started tapering out. And definitely by WrestleMania 40 is whenever, like, I would say that with how I told you before, Renaissance era, as how Cody Rhodes and Triple H had been calling this so far. I'd say there.
I think we went through a few eras and we didn't know it because COVID was definitely an era. Then coming out of COVID, we got whatever Roman was doing, that bloodline. That was a time, you know. And then coming out of that, we go into Cody, but right into Cody, we go into TKO.
I'd say it's the same.
It's the same.
It's very much the same. Like when Cody came back, it tapers into what you call that TKO stuff. So it all blends in together with that. That's how I find it.
I do think there's a certain level of you can almost feel the wheels coming off because I would say this current era is defined by whenever they went to the 5-match PLE format. That's one, because it changes the writing on a weekly TV. Because when Vince is around, Vince puts on bigger pay-per-views, and everybody's gonna get their shot on the pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? The payoff is at the pay-per-view. We're gonna settle this at Backlash. We're gonna settle this at, wherever.
So they don't fully loaded.
Yeah, right. I don't feel like we're getting that anymore. The Street Profits, it'll be like Adam Pearce or somebody be like, "You're gonna next week on SmackDown," the night before the pay-per-view.
Like choking on
just won the title on the other day on weekly television TV.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, exactly. We can't put that on the Saturday Night Main Event coming up.
No, they should have. That's something like that should have been like fitting for a Saturday Night's Main Event, not just a random SmackDown.
3 stages of
we
hell.
just group eras in like 10 to 15 year time spans?
I'd say eras should be by at least 5 to 6 years tops. Anything else after would be just overkill. Because like I was saying, how I defined them by how I define it by like the Nintendo consoles. Now, like old NES was like Hulkamania era, if you think about it, and Super Nintendo was like definitely the new generation. N64 and like PlayStation, everything that was like Attitude Era through and through. And then like GameCube, PS2, and Xbox was definitely the ruthless aggression and so forth.
I do think, and Gamaj, I definitely want to get your opinion on this too. I definitely think there's a level of like confusion because when we look back, you always hear about golden era, attitude, ruthless aggression. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, well, there's periods between. You know, when did that period end? Right? Because I like the golden era. I'm a golden era baby. So for me, I'm not saying that's my favorite era, but that's the era I grew up in. So
as we all did.
Yeah, right. Well, no.
Well, most except for a certain somebody.
Well, I grew up in the Attitude Era.
Oh, see? Bam!
I was a teenager in the Gratitude Era.
Yeah, I was a teenager too. I was getting in trouble for crotch chops and whatnot.
In junior high, I cannot tell you how many crotch chops I've seen throughout my entire time in junior high. It was nuts. And like South Park was take my authority. Everything.
But, and Vinny, too, let me put this to credit too. These eras at this time, if you lived in like I was born in 82, right? I'm born in 82. My earliest memories of wrestling is a WrestleMania tournament that's like Hulk Hogan's going to win and he doesn't. And then, okay, very hazy. By the time we get to 5 and the Mega Powers, I'm tapped in.
Yeah.
I'm tapped in front of the screen, going to Blockbuster. WrestleMania 2, man, can we rent it? Can we rent SummerSlam? Like when Zeus came out, which was Tiny Lister, a.k.a. Debo, I feared for Hulk. I thought he was going to kill Hulk Hogan. I thought that, and my how the tables have turned. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't know when the golden era ends. But Attitude Era is not technically next. Attitude Era don't even start.
Oh no, definitely not.
When Brett and Shawn,
20 years, 20, 30 years.
No,
it's like 10.
No,
Like
it's definitely 10.
Yeah,
between
10. But
10.
it depends when you say that golden era ends. Is it when Bret Hart wins the world title? Because that's the age of the little man. That's the ushering in of WWE's little man era.
You want me to tell you when I figured that when I seen how the Hulkamania golden era ended and New Generation began is when Shawn Michaels kicked Marty Jannetty. He no pun intended, kicked off the New Generation. Even though Hulk Hogan was still there, it was like that tapering off. Like the golden era was going down and New Generation was going up. It was that like that taper off.
I mean, I could see that because that's also when they tried to put Ultimate Warrior in Hogan's spot, and that wasn't working out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was their fault. That's another problem they had that I think they revisited on several occasions throughout the years with several stars. Stone Cold and The Rock is one of the only times I think it worked out for them, where two mega stars were top notch at the same time and didn't take away from each other. And I don't think you can really do that. And I think that's actually by accident. I don't think the WWE managed that. It's just one was the redneck, as Jim Ross referred to him as, and the other was like culturally like talking shit, sliding in the ring, doing this shit like urbanly cool. We like, oh yeah. So
that was super cool.
So Jim Ross been racist.
Yep. But they were polar opposites, you know, and WWE didn't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like Undertaker, hearing stories where Stone Cold had to ask the Undertaker about using the skull. And Undertaker was just like, yeah, go for it, bro. It's not. He was like, that's your thing. Like, you're the dead man. Like, I'm Stone Cold. What's a skull got to do with me? You know what I mean? Type of deal. And
for real.
If the Undertaker doesn't say yes to that,
Stone Cold, how did that become his thing?
That's the thing, right? When you think about it, like, what does it have to do with you? Nothing. He just thought it was
they built it from what, Austin? Not Broken Skull Ranch came later, right?
Oh,
way
later.
That was way later.
Okay.
The smoking skull, but all that because after he does the 316, he still doesn't have a skull yet. And he when they were asking about designs for his shirt, he put a skull on it. Like Austin is very country. You know
he always had, before the skulls, he had the stars. It was like reminiscent of the Hollywood Blondes still.
Yeah, right. And so that's a whole nother conversation for another.
Yeah, because he even said his ring gear, they told him black wouldn't work. So Stone Cold was definitely a happy accident, bro.
Yeah, a happy accident.
If they try to make a Stone Cold, they couldn't. They didn't have the recipe.
No.
They have tried too. They have subtly tried. Like LA Knight is like a piece of that.
I mean, if they sat down and said we're going to make a character called Stone Cold Steve Austin,
they would have got it. WWE would have never came up with that.
Never.
That Stone Cold came out in ECW, and he brought that to the WWF, especially whenever he did the whole Austin 316 promo. That style of promos came from ECW.
Speaking of that, though, that's a happy accident. That was Triple H slated to win. Triple H was supposed to be coming out party because of the curtain call. Punishment in WWE is the form of like, we ain't gonna put you on TV. We're gonna bury you a little bit. You either take it or you get the hell up out of here. Well, when you became the ring winner, Stone Cold. At that time, Jake the Snake is a reformed Christian, so it just made sense. Like, and remember, this isn't written. This isn't written.
But
happy accident is an understatement. That's $1 billion.
Excuse me.
You know, as much as that happened, but again, what you just said, right? I look at when Shawn kicks Marty and sends him through the window. So it's on the Brutus Barber Beefcake show. I still look at that as golden era. I think.
You think so? Well, it kind of still had like the emphasis in it, but that's where, to me, that's where like tapered off into the end of the golden era, going into new generation.
Yeah,
who are the stars of the golden era? Because between what we talking about, it was a lot of like weird characters in the WWE.
Well, before we get to that, the stars of the golden era, right? Because that's like they started that character shit in golden era with Barbarian, right? And then you had like
Barbarian and
then
Gobbledygooker, the
fucking Gobbledygooker,
the Mountie, like
I'm the Mountie. I freaking love that song.
The Quebecers, that's what they came from. Jean Pierre and Jacques. I almost said
Jacques Rougeau. Yeah, it is Jacques Rougeau.
Jacques Rougeau. I said Cousteau, but I was like, no, that's an actual historical character. Macho Man, Hogan, definitely 1 and 2, A and B. Although Hogan shits on Macho Man every time he gets a title.
Andre's not in the golden era.
He is.
Yeah.
But when you say the premier stars, I think the golden era kicks off Andre's back at WrestleMania 3.
So Andre is like the ending of Andre was the beginning of the golden era?
No. I say the end of Andre was definitely when he when he started winding down around 90-91.
Because I think for that, because he's with Haku, he's with Bob and the Heenan family. He's just
that was when he started like stepping down.
No, but I just think the golden era part though, like someone could say WrestleMania 1, right? Which is not him, it's Paul. But maybe that is actually because Mr. T is there in the main event.
Yep. I would say.
Yeah. So not WrestleMania. WrestleMania 3 might be the peak. That's their WrestleMania 40 moment. WrestleMania 3. That's their.
Yeah. WrestleMania 3 was like a big deal.
Yeah.
But I would still say WrestleMania 3 would be like in the middle of the golden era. I wouldn't say that was the start. Because to me, I think golden era started in 85 with around the time WrestleMania 1 or maybe even Starrcade 85 or something. But I'd say it was around 85 because, like I said, golden era ended when Shawn Michaels kicked Marty Jannetty and started the taper into new generation.
D-Rat, you want to know what I think is funny? You know what I think for real ends the golden era? Steroid trial. I mean, like, honestly.
I say that was like the taper. I say that was like the last of it.
And it probably was the reason they got away from it because, once something gets muddy in WWE or WWF, they just move on. Hey, we don't want people to talk about this or think about this no more. So let's call Max Moon.
Max Moon.
Oh my God! But once you leave the golden era, it doesn't go right into the attitude. You have years.
No, whoever thinks that needs to get schooled fast.
It's just when you history is nothing but a bunch of words and pictures, right? For people who didn't live it, so it's hard to explain sometimes to people. Like, well, what? I mean, Hogan won. Hogan actually, I forgot when it was, but I think it was King of the Ring '93. Hogan was champ going into there. So it's like, well, and he's the symbol, the poster child of the golden era.
Yeah, he was there. He was there for like the early times of New Generation, but then once '93 came out, he was gone, and then he went to his shows, and then he went to WCW, and then that just led to guys with like Bret Hart being the champion and Shawn Michaels on his rise, and then you started seeing, and everybody keeps thinking like these. Oh, you had the Garbage Man guy, they had the freaking the Needler guy and everything, but no, they had guys like Razor, they had the Undertaker who came at the very tail end of the golden era. He started becoming more prominent in New Generation, and then in comes in a whole bunch of WCW guys like the Steiner brothers and Lex Luger, and then like it kept snowballing with all these new stars like Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett and the 1, 2, 3 Kid, and even Yokozuna. So everybody wants to talk about like all these stupid gimmicks and everything. They didn't really look into the finer details and like the main guys of that era.
I think because when you get to 95, wrestling takes a dip, and I think that's going to what Archie says about those stupid characters, because that's where they're super prevalent. Look at the 95 Royal Rumble where Shawn wins, man. You're like, when you look back at it and like, you know,
yeah,
history,
but I wouldn't let those characters. I would choose those characters over any of the characters that's going on nowadays in WWE.
No.
At least that's just me.
No. I can't. Yo, let me give you some names. Aldo Montoya, the Spanish Man of War, whatever he was called. Duke the Dumpster Drosy, who is locked up right now, or he's on charges for underage stuff that he shouldn't have been doing. Doink and Dink that brought a whole bunch of more clowns.
Fucking clowns.
You know,
only ones they didn't have were juggalos, but
Archie mentioned them, the Minotaur. Remember Bastion Booger?
That dude is disgusting.
You had like people like Terry Taylor, Tatanka.
I like the Red Rooster, bro. Chill.
Red
Don't
Rooster
do
was my
that.
guy.
Terry Taylor, but Red Rooster was kind of dumb, but
You had Irvin R. Shyster.
Lagoon.
He was cool. IRS was cool. The Goon. Oh, he was the hockey dude.
Player. Yeah.
He
didn't last long at all.
The Godwins. Shout out to the Godwins.
Y'all remember
those guys were cool.
Dude, Pierre?
The Godwins were cool.
Oh, Henry Godwin, HOG, Henry O. Godwin, and then he brought Phineas. And they ended up going into the ministry.
The natural disasters, and then it just gets weird because a lot of these people we name ultimately became other characters and had success.
Yeah,
like
gotta start somewhere, I guess. DDS? How they say?
Huh? Kane?
Isaac Yankum, DDS. You know?
So I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of ping pong and back and forth between characters. To be honest, between companies, it's just you remember a lot of that stuff. But I mean, that's what Bruce Pritchard was trying to get us to say, that Attitude Era wasn't as good as it was. So,
dog. But WCW was mimicking it too. Remember, they had Glacier.
Yeah.
They had
Glacier was cool.
Glacier was cool.
Bunkhouse
you like Glacier because you like Mortal Kombat.
Bunkhouse
Glacier.
No, not just Mortal Kombat, but I just thought he was super cool. Like
Terry Funk.
Terry Funk was good.
But see, HP, you gotta think at the time that was cool as hell. Like, what am I watching?
It was.
As an adult, you like, and you know, once you know the story behind it, you're like, that was corny. But let me
ask you a question. Would you consider Shawn Michaels a character?
In a way.
No,
maybe, but I'd say more as like
just think about what you saw when he used to come.
I've heard the stories. That was him.
Yo, I was gonna say that was him.
Yeah, that was him. That he thinks he's cute. He thinks he's sexy. That's the truth.
I watched just recently the Raw where he was drinking Jack Daniels in the ring, gambling with Triple H, and beating up the head shrinker, the headbangers, Mosh and Thrasher. In his drawers, bro. Like
Shawn was wilding, and he probably went straight to the club like that.
That was Shawn straight up. That was Attitude Era right there.
When people say, John Cena, you have this is next level by far.
There will never be another Shawn Michaels.
No. Never.
No
matter how hard they try.
Yeah, people try to mimic him. They try to model people after him. And we see that doesn't work. They gave us Dolph Ziggler, was probably the closest. That didn't work.
Go watch One Night in what's it called? One Night, the night he wins the European belt. It's he gets interviewed by Sonny, and he is zooted.
He's cooked,
and he's in her breast. He grabs something that we can't see off camera where his hand. He's like, almost feels as good as Shawn was next level, and this is supposed to be your baby face. She's not even.
That's awesome.
To be a thing. Oh my!
That is awesome.
Watch that interview, and he was like, he's all in her breast, all like, I mean, y'all remember when Rampage said, "I want a motorboat"? Shawn is literally in there, like,
Nah, Sean was a wild boy. I remember him and Razor. I think
and Shunny goes, ooh, like on camera, like, and Vince
That was
like,
awesome.
that wasn't
thanks.
the first time. We
And
know
Vince
they've all had some sunny days.
Dog,
Mhm.
listen to Vince's reaction when they end that interview, because they were live in the UK, and he's like, "All right, cutting it." Like, he's so pissed off, like, motherfucker. Main event Shawn Michaels, and he's the one that came up with the name, the Grand Slam champion. Because what are we gonna call it? How about the Babe? And then it's when he grabs Sonny, but the Babe, because I'm calling my shot. What is it? Grand Slam? Like, Shawn was all over the place in that interview, but Shawn was wild.
Sean might be
awesome.
some of the best things on earth have been created under the influence of drugs. I don't encourage nobody to do them, but
I don't, but
here we
that
are.
was awesome.
She was loving that shit. She loved Shawn.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
I can see it in your ass.
off them perks. We didn't even know what Shawn was on back then.
Days.
Yo, Shawn was a wild boy.
Sean, we talk about the wrestling rock star all the time, but you talk
He was
about
a rock
golden era.
star.
You gotta remember, like Mike said, there was some other things going on too. Starcade and all this other stuff was happening. So we were fortunate to watch these people become stars and then have careers as stars.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's the hardest part of that's what we can't let go of. Like, we watch Shawn become Shawn, then retire as Shawn. We watch certain people become things, be that thing, be good at it, still kind of do it, and still hang around. And we're just looking for that now. And I don't think it's going to happen. Like, we were really fortunate to see the golden era, to new generation, to attitude, to whatever. Like, that's a very fortunate thing.
Yeah, especially when I was doing my whole that was time capsule playlists on my channel and everything. Just looking back on everything and seeing how everything happened, it's like, talk about like clearing out a lot of clearing up my fogginess in my head of like, especially I had like a lot of misconceptions of it, but when I was putting all the stuff in chronological order, it's like, dude, I remember it now. Everything was just coming back to me and everything.
Yeah, Gabbard, let me ask you a question, right? I need your take on this too.
Mm-hmm.
When we get to the ruthless aggression, because you said you came in on the attitude era, which is a crazy time.
Right.
And then you go to ruthless aggression. Who did you feel was the face of, like, who was your go-to guy, like your favorite wrestler of that? If you came in on the attitude.
And that for ruthless aggression, it was Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. I'd say so.
Yeah. A debate, I mean, a little after him could be Eddie Guerrero. Well, Eddie wasn't a champion yet when the ruthless aggression started.
No.
So I would say Brock Lesnar for the majority, then Eddie, and then his passing happened, unfortunately, which we weren't able to get him and Shawn, because I know that was supposed to be planned the Mania after.
Insane.
So
what's your earliest, not what you know, because we go back and watch stuff, but as a kid, what is like your first earliest memory of wrestling?
It wasn't even WWF, it was WCW. And this was around the time NWO was like popping up, running things over there.
Mm-hmm.
Like before Wolfpack even became a thing and anything like that. So at that time, it was really NWO and Goldberg, who I really.
So the Hogan you grew up with was NWO Hogan.
Yes.
Holy shit!
Wow. What was your first thoughts of when you saw Hogan as the red and yellow, like either before or after NWO?
I didn't get to see red and yellow until he came back to the WWE during like end of Attitude Era transitioning.
You didn't see him in WCW when he turned back to red and yellow in '99?
That I missed. Because at that point, I was more stuck on the Attitude Era product. So I didn't really like WCW consistently. But to see him go back compared to NWO, I was like, his black and white was better than this. I ain't going to lie. And that wasn't more so in terms of how he was wrestling wise, just his character.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying. Wrestling is an entry point thing. Like, see, we watched Red and Yellow become Red and Yellow.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan was the biggest thing in the world like 2 times in his life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we got different, like all of
different.
us, we watch Hogan, Red and Yellow, say your prayers, eat your vitamins. We saw him slam Hogan. We saw him and Randy break up. We saw Mega Maniacs, Hulk. Like we were those kids. And when we saw what you saw, we had probably I know we had 2 different reactions. We was like, yo, what the hell? And you like, yo, this dude is cool as hell.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, like when I seen Hogan become black and white, I was like, okay, but then
what a piece of shit.
Not a piece of shit, but it's like, what's going on here?
I will never forget the way he leaned on that rope before he hit that leg drop. It was the laziest, cockiest. And he just with the boots.
Foreshadowing by 2 seconds.
Trash in the ring. I had never seen nothing like that, bro.
No, foreshadowing by 3 seconds.
We are the New World Organization.
Dog. And the way they
had
took
an NWO shirt.
The way
I still
they
got my own. I'm sorry.
No, I just that whole movement of using, because we've seen wrestlers go back and forth to promotions, but the way they did Razor or Hall and Nash, not giving them names initially, but when they first got there, you know who I am.
Yep, you don't know why I'm
here. Oh my god,
that was Razor.
And a medium-sized man,
we're gonna starve them up.
Okay, so we talk about WWE a lot, but did the biggest moments in wrestling happen in WCW?
Some of them, yeah. I would think
some of them are.
Nothing will be ever bigger than the third man NWO ever.
Sting beating Flair is bigger than Bret Hart beating Flair for the first world titles.
Yeah.
So it's not to say that WCW doesn't have moments. Big Bad Vader, I used to low-key be scared of him because I thought he was hurting people for real.
That dude was a freaking beast. That dude was freaking mauling people.
When I remember when he comes to WWE in like 96 in January and he takes out Gorilla Monsoon and actually beats Razor Ramon first. And Razor Ramon, I was like, fuck. Why would they sign this animal? Right? I was like, Jesus. So WCW has huge moments.
I thought WCW. I think WCW was more visible than WWF when I was a kid, but the WWF stars were more visible, if that makes sense. Like we knew Hogan, we knew Randy, we knew those guys, but I thought WCW wrestling was much better. You had Sting over there, Flair and them was cutting up Saturday morning main event. Like it was just, you could watch WCW and had more access to it. I used to watch WCW and Inside Edition.
I used to watch WCW a lot and the Saturday nights and everything. I still got a few Saturday nights still recorded on VHS.
That's WCW video games were trash, low key. I wouldn't say that, brother, because WCW versus NWO Super Nintendo was bananas.
World Tour was cool once you learn how to play. That was a complicated game.
You mean Super Brawl on Super Nintendo?
No. Super Nintendo has
WCW and NWO was 64.
Was that 64? Okay.
Yeah.
64. Okay.
Revenge.
Yeah, that was Revenge and World Tour Mayhem.
One of them systems.
HP, you my man, but judging by D-Rex background, I'm not questioning nothing about video games when it comes to this.
Oh yeah, when he corrected me on no, are you sure it was, you know what?
Yes, he knows. Game Genie knows.
I know. Captain N knows.
Yeah, but no, it was a lot. I think WCW was trying to figure it out, but once when they got with THQ, they figured it out.
That was it.
Because even on PlayStation, those WCW Nitro was that weird camera that kept turning the whole match.
I thought it was cool, but actually playing it was just it wasn't all that good. Now, comparatively speaking to the ones on the N64, it doesn't hold a candle to those games.
THQ made masterpieces on the 64, bro.
They did.
Those and the virtual pro wrestling games in Japan.
That time on the 64 was like 98 to 02 Def Jam. You had GoldenEye, you had the Zelda games, you had all the wrestling games, Mario Kart, bro, Smash Brothers. It was going
Banjo-Kazooie and everything.
Crazy.
That era was on fire.
64.
64, PlayStation 1, and Sega Saturn, and Sega Dreamcast and everything. You talk about a banging time, especially in video games, wrestling, music, movies, everything.
I'm reading something right now, right?
What you got?
I just think this is so interesting. According to WWE officials, Bruce Pritchard.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
There was a plan
formulated
for Scott Steiner to be an entrant into the 1993 Royal Rumble and win the match, challenge Bret Hart for the championship at WrestleMania 9. Now, remember what happened and how we get there, right? This would have required a breakup of the Steiner brothers, and the pitch was rejected. It came from two sides. Vince McMahon was hesitant to break up a highly successful, profitable tag team, and the Steiners themselves, who preferred to remain as a unit back then. And WrestleMania 9 main event, which ended up featuring Bret Hart defending against Yokozuna, and the Steiners continued their tag team run. If we would have got that match, because we've seen, I don't know if anyone's ever seen that match, the Steiners versus the Hart Foundation.
I always want to see a match.
That match is hella physical. I think I have that on my phone. Owen and Bret versus Scott.
Owen and Bret.
And holy shit.
Bro, Scott Steiner might be the most athletic wrestler ever.
Bro,
if you've seen what he was doing in his like holding somebody and doing a standing backflip, fall away slam, bro. Scott Steiner was backflipping with grown men in his hand. Bro, Scott Steiner might be he's like the LeBron James of wrestling. Like what he was doing physically is crazy. And people don't just know that part
him with the 450 splash.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was the first one to do the 450.
Yeah, the guy was doing the Frankensteiner is a Hurricane Rana. It's just called the Frankensteiner.
I always call it a Frankensteiner.
But yeah, Scott Steiner is unhuman, bro.
Him and Rick Steiner were beasts. Like just wrestling machines and freaking strong men.
Sean O'Hare was fired too in Lee. I just don't know. Everybody can't make it. That's
Sean O'Hare.
Everybody can't make it. Scott O'Hare, I thought had a look. I just thought, your look resembles too much of what we had, and it's not going to make it. Just like Ryback. Ryback reminds you of Goldberg. I mean, he's literally designed for that.
Goldberg with RVD style singlets.
He wasn't always Ryback though. He was Skip Sheffield once upon a time.
Oh yeah, but that was around the time I had tapped out of WWE and TNA at that time.
Bray Wyatt was Husky Harris.
Yeah, this was when
RVD was great.
Nexus was active.
And Sean O'Hare, I thought he was really cool when him and Mark Jindrak's teamed in WCW.
Yeah,
and they formed the Natural Born Thrillers. I actually thought out of all the Natural Born Thrillers,
Swantons and all that, right?
Yeah, he called it the Swanton.
Yeah, they
because
was moving.
Yeah, out of all the guys in the Natural Born Thrillers, I thought Sean O'Hare would have been something because I thought that dude looked super cool.
Let me ask y'all a question then. Because there's a lot of missed opportunities, I think, in wrestling. And a lot of times we say WrestleMania is for the biggest matches, the biggest thing. If you can put together 3 matches put them on WrestleMania to sell your event, which 3 matches are we going with?
Like fantasy booking, or like they had to be in the same era? Realistic matches.
I think a little bit of both.
Okay.
I think a little bit of both. I think fantasy booking, but they need to be within realm of the same. Like, we could have got Triple H and Sting. I mean, I'm sorry, we could have got The Undertaker and Sting, not at their prime, but at one point they were in the same company at the same time, and they gave us Triple H and Sting.
Yeah, and that was a missed opportunity as well because Sting had just came off of TNA, and The Undertaker, I don't know what he was doing at that time, but was that the time when he was just wrestling once a year?
Yeah, damn near.
Yeah.
So they could have done it. They could have done it then. Sting could have.
Who would I book? Let me think.
Oh man.
I definitely would have booked Austin Hogan.
Austin Hogan would have been going. I always wanted to see like everybody wanted to see Austin versus Goldberg. There's no doubt about that one.
I was gonna say Shawn Michaels and The Rock.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I wanted to see that.
That's one of the matches that you never really think about until you actually hear about it. Like no kidding, they never did wrestle.
No, the only thing they did was the kick.
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
I know he came later, but I think AJ Styles and Shawn Michaels would have tore it down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They could have still did it.
That would have been incredible.
Shawn retired when AJ got there.
But he came back one last time.
And he almost died doing the moonsault. So, nah. I don't like my Shawn Michaels with short hair and cowboy hats.
No, it just looks bad. With them
Shawn and AJ would have tore the house.
Shawn and AJ insane. When you think about how Shawn and Kurt Angle went, and you're like, damn, how Shawn and Chris Jericho went, how Shawn and Brett went. You say, hey, I got a guy for you, Shawn. He might, literally, he's your speed. I think
Shawn and AJ is definitely. I think if we had gotten Kurt and Brett, if Brett was in his prime, I think that would have been.
Oh, that would have been incredible.
Yes.
Or anybody like not Chris Benoit, but like Eddie Guerrero, Chris Jericho, Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit, all those guys against Owen Hart.
Yeah, Perry Saturn. Throw Perry Saturn there.
And Perry Saturn against Owen Hart.
Dean Malenko, man, that's my guy. The Iceman, crazy.
You know, Dean Malenko is a former PWI #1.
Dean Malenko was him,
97.
Bro.
Oh, actually, in either 02 or 03, they were trying to book The Rock and Sting. And this was like right after that
was one of the matches. Whenever the WWF bought WCW, I was kind of destroyed because I love WCW and everything. But then I thought all the possible matches that could have happened. I wrote down when I was like 16. I wrote down all the possible matches that could have happened.
You're talking about when the company got bought, right, in 2001?
Yeah, in 2001.
Yeah, that was.
I came up with a whole bunch of ideas of I wanted to see Sting versus The Rock, or Diamond Dallas Page versus Triple H, or even Test versus Kevin Nash, or the Hardy Boys fighting Rey Mysterio Jr. and Kidman, things like that.
Test was and Billy Kidman.
Test, people forget about Test.
Now that I just think about it, because you just mentioned it, it was just mentioned. It could still happen too. I would like to see AJ and Rey Mysterio. They never had a match 1-on-1.
No, I think they did in the UK. They did. This was right before Raymond. I think it was right before AJ Styles went to the WWF.
Okay, this
might have. I'm not to look at
Rey Mysterio. I do believe he's a Hall of Famer. I don't want to take anything away from him, but at this age,
he needs to go. It's done.
Yeah, I'm not excited to see. I'm more like, what, bro? Your son is doing legit things. Give us him versus you on a big stage. I don't even want to see it on the big stage. Never mind. I just don't. I think we're just past when your son is in the. Imagine Bronny putting up 18, 9, and 5. You'd be like, all right, LeBron, you gotta go. Your son is up here doing hella good numbers, and you just lingering. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Hey, there's some value in them because they keep them around. TKO trims the fat. We see that already.
Yeah,
sure do.
Mm-hmm.
I think WWE, and you're seeing it now, right? I just saw someone post that Ilya Dragunov versus Gunther versus it was a third man. It was a 3-way match on the house show just recently. And the comment was like, why is Triple H cooking for house shows like this, but then we get trash on TV? And
no kidding.
It's because what you said, TV. The TV execs don't care about what the fans want. What's going to draw the numbers? The fans, the house show, you can do whatever y'all want. But TV, we want this person, we want this time. Shout
I'm
out
not
to
gonna lie.
Taz, man. I never wonder why Taz didn't make it in WWF, man.
They
Taz
did
was
size.
That was cool.
In the Vince
Yeah.
McMahon era, Vince was not gonna have a Taz.
legit,
Taz
bro.
was cool,
They
man.
didn't even-
In
they didn't even want to
ECW, he
put-
was wrecking people.
No, that was the thing. Even in ECW, they never wanted to make him the ECW champion.
Mhm.
That's how the FTW belt came about. He made his own belt.
Taz, man. Dang, shout
Yeah.
out to Taz.
Let me tell you something too. There's some tag teams. I'm always gonna be, to me, the greatest tag team. I'm lying.
Damn.
One of the greatest tag teams.
Mike said the Dudleys versus the Road Warriors.
Nah, the Road Warriors were like a nothing by 2000, 2001.
Nah,
If I take them
had
in
no
prime,
way, man. We know that one of them was drunk and damn near crippled. That wouldn't have worked.
if
That wouldn't work at all.
No, he just talking about in general. He ain't
Yeah, in
talking
general,
about
or like a
hell
Fire
no.
Pro, like a
He-
Fire
I
Pro
think he
simulation.
That would have been
Prime
like Sting
fantasy
and Jeff
booking.
Hardy all over again.
I
Mhm.
think he's definitely talking about prime fantasy booking.
Yeah,
Because the Dudleys are one of the teams that did with the. Remember, the Road Warriors had won in all territories at that point, and the only other team I can think that was really now the Hardys have, but at that, it was the Dudleys. They won an ECW. They had multiple.
there was an ECW, WWF, TNA. They did a few times that do a few things in New Japan through TNA.
So I
And
think that's where the comparison comes, because they got their books on the road, man. They ain't fucking around.
Nope.
They were great everywhere they went. But I do think when I look at the Road Warriors, like when I think about great tag teams, Usos and New Day don't even come
the
to mind.
Dudleys.
They don't come to mind. Someone's gonna have to tell me them, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Based on their accolades, they have to go in. But I'm not. I put the Hart Foundation over either one of them two.
Are the Usos great, or did they just win the titles a bunch of times?
They just won the titles a bunch of times. I'm just being honest.
I don't know. I don't know too many. I haven't really watched too many Uso matches because, like I said, I tapped out of WWE and TNA throughout the 2010s. So everything's a blur to me.
Well, here's the problem. You have great moments, and Usos have great moments. Well, let me take that back, Archie. Let me take that back.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Usos are great, right? It's just, one, we lack competitive tag teams.
Yeah.
At one point, don't forget the Rockers never won the world titles officially. You had the Hart Foundation, you made the Fabulous Rougeaus, you had Strike Force, you had Demolition, you had Warlord and Barbarian, you had Power and Glory, you had a lot natural disasters, you had the Nasty Boys, you had a lot of teams. If WWE got rid of the men's Raw, SmackDown, and made one division, Street Profits are back on. Pretty Deadly, get your ass in the ring.
Yep.
Motor City, where you think you going?
Motor City. Team DIY.
Hey, you ain't leaving the company. We got big plans for you, baby. You know what I'm saying? They could have that right now with the New Day and the Usos, and you would definitely but you don't.
Tully and Owen washing all of them.
Tully and the Brain Busters, two members of the Four Horsemen. Like,
only thing I don't like about
Tully
the
Blanchard.
tag teams now, even like that, you mentioned Tully and Owen. They were a team, but they had two different wrestling styles. Jimmy and Jay have the exact same moveset.
Yeah.
Just like the Young Bucks, they have the same exact moveset.
I'm gonna say I'm only gonna say slightly because I do think Jimmy wrestles better than Jay.
And then even Owen and Jim Anvil, like the Hart Foundation, they had different movesets. Like, it was a team, but I'm this guy in the team, you're this guy in the team.
I'm the powerhouse.
Yep.
Even Brett Anvil versus Owen and Anvil, because Owen was totally different than Brett.
Way different.
Totally different. So
yeah, I like my teams to kind of even have similar gear, but you wear that armband, I don't. You do this move, I don't. But when you do the same thing, you have the same thing just twice. Even the Street Profits are kind of an old school team. They have two different movesets.
Mm-hmm. You have your athletic
and they wear
guy,
different
your
gear.
It just depends on the team. Because you can have the Hart Foundations and have two different styles, and you could also have, like, say, the Killer Bees. They wear the same thing and they wrestle the same.
Hey, my man said the Killer Bees. Let's go. Killer Bees, the British Bulldogs. There was two.
Mm-hmm.
There was two.
There was two.
You know what I'm saying? The Dynamite Kid. Yeah. The British Bulldogs. You know what I mean? They used to actually bring a dog
never
to the ring. Jake the Snake had a snake. Coco Beware had a bird. Where's these at today, man? If you're gonna give us a gimmick, goddammit, give us the gimmick. Don't
bring back the animals.
HP, if you could go to the ring with an animal, what animal you taking to the ring?
Mike Tyson.
Oh, the white tiger? Oh, actual Mike Tyson.
Because golly, bro. You know, people that put dogs down for biting people, you know what I'm saying? And Mike, you know, I'm bringing Mike Tyson.
I'm gonna take your kids. I'm gonna eat their hearts. I'm
gonna step on your testicles.
You know, I can't even repeat some of the things Mike Tyson does.
I'll make you scream like my wife.
I'm gonna make you love me.
Yeah, that one where he told the
Mike,
reporter.
we're supposed to be fighting. I'll make you love me.
Me a straight jacket. You know what I'm saying?
I'll step on your
Mike, you
testicle.
seem to have a rough night. What happened? I broke my back. Spinal. What?
Spinal.
Yo, the fact that Archie just said what and off the cuff, like Mike Tyson.
I broke my back. The doctor said it was spinal.
Spinal.
Why are you fighting, Mike?
Yo, we've lived through some of the greatest times in history. My defense is impregnable.
My style is atrocious.
Oh man.
Mike, yeah, I'm gonna eat your kids. All praise due to Allah. What?
No, I'll never forget when they did bring Mike Tyson out and to interview him, and Stone Cold came out. What a time to be alive!
Mike was like,
that was a big deal.
I was glued to that TV when then Mike put the okey doke and ripped his shirt off and hit. Man,
I feel like that moment is what launched Stone Cold even further because Tyson, that was prime Tyson, and you're like, yo, who was this dude thinking he could just come at Tyson like that?
Dog. Hey, and he was like,
a big deal.
In case you don't understand, I got some sign language for you. Hey, oh my God. You flicked off Mike Tyson, bro.
Bing, bang, boom.
Mike Tyson has, like, oh my God. And Mike Tyson, you want some of me? You want some?
You want some of me?
Remember Vince McMahon's God damn it!
You over there, damn it! You ruined it!
Oh my God!
Damn
it! And freaking Hogan and Austin was just flicking him off.
I thought they was gonna fire.
Did Austin get arrested that night?
I think he
gets arrested all the time.
Dog.
Yeah, they Austin getting arrested every week.
That dog. And you wanted to, Bruce Pritchard want to tell me this current product is better than what?
Get the fuck out of here!
I didn't sleep for a week because I thought Brian Pillman shot Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I couldn't find out till next week on TV.
That was wild.
Yeah,
that was great.
Austin broke in that man's house, and Brian Pillman had a broke leg. His wife
was
there.
laughing.
Also, was gunned in the feet, went black.
I was laughing.
In the Sopranos, I was like,
you know what's funny? Pause it right there. Right, this is not even close to the Attitude Era in terms of writing. Let me just paint this picture. Shawn Michaels is in the ring. He's got his injury. Brett's injured. Brett's in a wheelchair. Brett is really pissed at Shawn because this title dropping situation, all of a sudden you lost your smile, but you never got surgery. People forget Shawn didn't get surgery. Remember, he was so injured, but he didn't get surgery. So anyway,
naturally, he went to
he randomly healed naturally post WrestleMania 13. Hey, remember WrestleMania 13? Go watch the main event tonight. Tell me if I'm lying. Shawn is calling commentary on the main event.
Yeah, he was
initially been Brett versus Shawn rematch of 12. Brett comes out before Taker versus Sid. They talk about and you crying and Psycho Sid, so rest in peace. He was like, "You whiny."
You whiny.
He powerbombed Brett. They got him out of there, and they finally started the match. But let me paint this picture.
You whiny bitch.
Shawn goes running through she super kicks Brett off air. They cut time. It was Brett was too long-winded. Shawn super kicks Brett back into his wheelchair and Brett, the Heart Foundation comes out. They have the chase of a life. Sean, you know they really hated this man. So they're about to shoot on him for real. Them punches, them kicks, they about to get some real ones in. Yep. And Sean is running through the ring, running through the ropes, trying to avoid. They're trying to cut him off. And it's just great TV, but we had to wait till next week to see what happened. And you know who saves him? Steve Austin. Steve Austin doesn't like Sean. Sean doesn't like Steve, but you know who they fucking hate? They both hate Bret Hart. And I won't stand for Bret Hart.
Ain't that what they say?
I won't stand for Bret Hart getting a leg up on anybody as long as I'm breathing.
I think Stone Cold might have the most iconic moments in WWE, bro. He has to.
Oh yeah.
You got Mike Tyson.
What's the question?
That is definitely.
You got the beer truck.
The beer truck, the monster truck, the cement truck, the
bedpan. You got, bro. Austin was a menace.
Even a lot of people don't remember this one when he blew up DX's tour bus.
No, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He did that on a SmackDown.
On a SmackDown.
Yeah.
When he came back from his neck surgery, when he showed up on that camera, he was like, "Oh shit, he's back!"
Yeah, Austin was a menace, bro. He had some big moments.
He threw the Intercontinental title off a bridge.
That was freaking funny.
You want it?
No, it was The Rock that tossed him off the bridge.
Yeah, but before he had
he threw it off the bridge, and then him and The Rock fight, and
he threw gold medals on the bridge. He threw them in the water.
Yeah,
Austin had the monster trucks. Then he started riding a 4-wheel. Man,
the grocery store,
menace, bro.
Yeah,
the grocery store was freaking hilarious,
bro. But Austin might have the most moments, bro.
Try topping those.
You remember when Triple H is making his entrance and Stone Cold had the way like cut the music, cut the music,
spit the damn water.
We got some business to attend to. Spit that damn water out. Hey, Triple H is like, he just took all the cool right out of Triple H.
I think we should do that one week. We pick a wrestler and we say, yo, these who moments were bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like
stupid now was crazy. Yes,
that might be fire.
You want to do that next Wednesday Night Wars? Everyone got to be.
I love your cookies, Deborah.
We're gonna pick a wrestler, and it could be it could be Austin, could be Hogan, could be whoever, who, and we're gonna talk about this during the week. And when we come on, we're gonna say who our wrestler is and their moments. Because Rock had moments, top 3 moments. Austin had top 3 moments. Hogan. So I think that'd be dope.
I got a few ideas for Wednesday Night Wars as well. I'm gonna write them all down.
Over the crowd. Austin was next level, man. Oh my god! I just think those aren't written promos.
No, they were on the spot.
Right, that's in the moment. And I think that's the big problem with a lot of it today. It's so scripted that you don't have the room to create moments. They try to create the moments instead of letting the moment create themselves. So that's fine. Yeah,
as an artist, the best way is to just let it happen.
Picking next week, man. Who I'm representing next week? You know what I'm saying? Just to piss Vinny off, I might remind you how great this man was.
Inside the ring, Hulk Hogan is very up there.
Yeah,
Hogan is up there. Austin's up there. Rock's up there. Shawn's up there. Taker's up there. Like,
dude, yeah, a lot of people. A lot of people was up there.
Yeah. Sting's up there. You know,
in WCW, he was top tier. Let's not just can't forget about all the other companies, not just WWF, like WCW, ECW.
Big moments, yeah.
TNA,
you know
ROH,
you got
New Japan,
Jericho.
even Forrest Noah.
We talking just big moments. You can mention. I mean, a lot of people had big moments, so we're gonna do like top 3 moments and see who had like the biggest. I think that'd be dope.
Like I'll give y'all a reminder from New Japan because maybe people don't know this. When Shinsuke was there and he was like the top guy out there, he had an entrance full of strippers.
Yeah, that was WrestleMania. That was a Wrestle Kingdom mate. He just came out with pole dancers. He looked like the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
This is crazy.
And
he looked like the baddest dude on the planet.
That Sensei Nakamura is a rock star and wrestling guy, bro. They don't know it.
Yeah,
they think the violin shaky entrance is dope. Nah.
You ever heard his New Japan theme?
Oh, I have.
Yeah, I have.
What would you, Gamaj? What would you prefer, his New Japan theme or his WWE theme?
New Japan.
There you go.
But I just hope, I don't know, man. WWE they buy people just to let them sit on the shelf, man. There's a lot of talent that is not.
I was pissed.
Oh, Shinsuke was the third guy. It was Shinsuke versus Ilya versus Gunther.
That's crazy. That's the main event, bro.
That's a main event, but that's on a house show that no one knows about right now.
I first saw Shinsuke on a house show. It was Shinsuke, Finn Balor, and Austin Aries. That for the little time he was in WWE, all on a house show.
Oh,
yeah, I remember there was what match was it? Triple Threat, Triple H, The Rock, and Brock Lesnar. That was a house show match.
Damn, these house show matches, they need to put some cameras up in there.
That's when I became a fan of Baron Corbin, because Baron Corbin at house shows was a totally different wrestler than Baron Corbin on TV.
Yo, Vince, I remember when they used to sell tickets and promote the house show matches, like the big ones. I remember Madison Square Garden on the road to WrestleMania 12. It was two dudes with attitude, Kevin Nash or Diesel and Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart as world champion still, and The Undertaker. And that's the one where Shawn.
It was me, Austin.
That's the one where Diesel does the heel turn, and he ends up using the chair.
Damn, Vince, why you had to be a pervert, man? Damn.
And then he gets the chair shot to the back. And then Shawn's like, I'm going to kick his 7-foot ass. But it's like, man, you actually had Taker. There was also a triple. One of the greatest three-man teams I ever seen was Diesel, The Undertaker, and Shawn Michaels. And they were taking on British Bulldog Yokozuna and Owen Hart. And it's like, Jesus.
That's a pay-per-view main event right there.
Yeah.
And some of this was normal matches during the Attitude Era. So whatever Bruce Pritchard talking about, shut up. I got quick shut the F up. Couple shut the F ups real quick.
Hold on, let me slide these panties to the side, brother.
Go ahead.
To the owner of Destination Smokehouse, I believe your name is Nick. Destination Smokehouse is the smokehouse in California where Unc, better known as Walt, is teaching people about tendonism. Look, man. You had an issue with Keith Lee coming there trying to tip this man. He didn't get the $4,000 tip. You say he should have tipped the staff. You're talking bad down on Keith Lee. Look, just because you don't know who somebody is don't mean they're not somebody. And you can't tell people how to visit your establishment or take care of people that they want to take care of, or who you visibly aren't taking care of. And the more you talk, the more you put your foot in your mouth. So Nick from Destination Smokehouse, please shut the F up and let Unc thrive. And I hope you're paying the man very well, because it said that he's not even the owner. He's just a worker. But he gave you the idea in 2020 during COVID, when your restaurant was just a coffee shop, to start doing barbecue. So that man deserves everything he's getting right now. So let him get it. And please, Nick, shut the F up. And to everybody who has a problem with what Drewski did, please shut the F up, because he's not making fun of God or church. He's making fun of you for entertaining that, because that's what the world is seeing right now. I remember one time I was working for a radio station in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we had an event at a church, and a guy pulled up and got out the car and said, "Hey, I'm here to see the show," when people start jumping and dancing. And that was his view of church, because that's what he sees. So this man is only showing you what he sees, but not what the world sees. And if you didn't have a problem with your pastor doing it, don't have a problem with the man showing you what your pastor did. So if you have a problem with what Drewski did, please shut the F up. I'm the Archie Carter.
Preach.
And you need to shut the F up.
Preach.
Damn.
Any more shut the F up so we get out of here?
I
don't got to do it. I mean,
not right now.
It just feels good to tell somebody shut the F up.
It does.
And Bruce Pritchard for the future.
It felt good last week.
Say something stupid again. Shut the F up.
Yeah, Bruce Pritchard can go suck a horse's nuts.
Oh man.
God damn.
Yeah, I said it.
I thought a lot of hate there.
Hey, he's coming in hot.
Mm-hmm. That's why they come in the reckless one.
I think we got us a little 4-way, 3-way match going on where we're going to pick a wrestler in the top 3 moments, and I guess we're going to decide who wins in the moment. But, Gamaj, you got anything before we get up out of here?
Nah, nothing coming up right now. I'm trying to get ready for this other convention that'll be in a few months. I do know
Nothing coming
Strikeforce.
up. Then we're gonna see you hanging with Sasha and Malaya Obama and producing beats for
Yeah.
Northwest in the studio. Shut up, Gamage. You
I don't
shut the
know.
F up because
I
you
don't
be
know
lying.
nothing, man. I don't know
He be
nothing about
lying.
that, man.
Direct TV. Anything you want the people to know before we get up out of here?
Subscribe to Direct TV and just tune in Fridays for my videos and everything. Y'all all could check out all the videos I've done, like especially when I did the tier rankings for every single WrestleMania and every single Starrcade and Bound for Glory. I talked about how TNA is WCW, WCW is TNA. Y'all could check all those videos out, and all my videos of like just drawing and just talking video games and everything, and even being with 225 and Archie Carter and everything. So y'all just
He is
stay
the
tuned on
game
Friday.
genie, and he is the genius. HP, you got anything before we get up out of here?
Nah, nothing much, man. Just check it out in the whole prison universe. We're gonna be live. We just started shooting some very interesting content. So
hey, y'all know me, man. I'm all over the place. Houston, you are up next. Just booked another show in New Orleans. Not New Orleans, Baton Rouge. Booked San Antonio and Austin. I'll be headed your way sometime this year. I will give y'all the info when I got it, because I don't know. But I do know we will be headed to Houma, Louisiana on the 30th for Friday night event. Hey, Direct TV got flyers. I will be in town for that, definitely. Then next month we have the Super Gold Rumble. It's going all the way down. Oh, flip, look at him. My man's ready with the promo. Yeah, so Pro Wrestling 225 Unleashed. Check it out on YouTube, the Archie Carter. And I'm sitting down with the Fusion High podcast when I am in Houston. We're going live, and hey, don't let me on your set. Y'all gonna find out what it is. But look, man, Fan Expo was amazing. This conversation was amazing. Our chat is amazing. These guys on the screen are amazing. They show up every time. Shout out to D-Rec for stopping by. Man, he done got a nickname, man. We might just I might have to add him to the show. Who knows? But again, hope this week is good to you and good for you. It is the Wednesday Night Wars right here on Editorial Podcast. We will see you. Look, we're going to see you Friday, but we don't know what time. Because when the WWE is overseas, it messes up everything over here back home. We've been going at like 3. We've been going at like 5. So subscribe, hit that notification
Catching me off guard while I'm driving on the way home and everything. I had to race home just to get up on here.
Don't get no free ticket over the WWE, because I promise you, Triple H ain't paying.
No, he's not.
So hit the subscribe notification button so you know when we are live. We see a lot of new names in the chat. Shout out to the chat. Somebody, happy birthday to somebody. Look, we missed it. We'll get you next time. But yeah, man, subscribe. Check out the old content. We will see y'all Friday sometime doing the SmackDown recap. Again, hope this week is good to you. Good for you. Shout out to the chat. And one more time for my homie Mike in the chat. Bang, bang. Niner gang. Peace.
Golly, that's hard.
Y'all on the flip side.